Top 10 Richest People in Spain 2022. Spain is one of the most expensive countries in the world, so it's no wonder that it's home to some of the world's wealthiest people. Many of these elite personalities come from well-known affluent Spanish families that have operated international corporations for years. Spain's capitalist mixed economy is the 14th largest in the world, the 4th largest in the European Union, and the 4th largest in the Eurozone. This wonderful nation has been able to leap into being the greatest in the industries that make a country thrive from the beginning of time. To grab the imaginations of the globe, exceptional Spaniards have established enterprises, industries, franchises, and humanitarian endeavors. In today's video, we'll look at the top 10 richest people in Spain, who built their fortunes by creating jobs and overcoming adversity to become who they are today, according to Forbes. Let's get started without wasting any time. Number 10. Mera del Pino. Net worth, $2.5 billion. Mera del Pino inherited her late father's approximately 9% share in Spanish infrastructure behemoth Ferroviales a Ferrovial, which her father created in 1952, administers airports and motorways all throughout the world, including London's Heathrow Airport. Since 2006, she has served on the board of Ferrovial, which is listed on the Madrid Stock Exchange. She is also the chairman of Fundación del Pino, the family's philanthropic foundation. Rafael del Pino, her brother, is the chairman of Ferrovial and the company's largest individual stakeholder. Number 9. Isaac Andic and family. Net worth, $2.6 billion. Isaac Andic is the founder and chairman of Mango, a $2.5 billion clothing store. The corporation operates approximately 2,100 outlets in 110 countries. Its international business accounts for roughly 3/4 of its income. Andic started his first clothing store in Barcelona in 1984, expanded internationally in 1992, and celebrated the 1,000th store in 2007. Jonathan Andic, his son and presumed heir, is the company's executive vice chairman. Number 8. Alicia Koplowitz. Net worth, $2.7 billion. After her father died in the early 1960s, Alicia Koplowitz inherited a share in the Spanish construction company Fomento de Construcciones y Contratas. In 1997, she sold her stake to her sister Esther for $800 million and invested the proceeds in various ventures. She has made investments in Acerinox, Iberdrola, and Banco Sabadell over the years. Koplowitz owns hotels in Italy and Miami, as well as real estate in Washington, D.C., and Chicago, and a part in the Spanish luxury hotel chain Hospes. Her humanitarian foundation sends Spanish fellows to study child psychiatry at Columbia University, Stanford, and other universities in England and the United States. Number 7. Juan Abayo. Net worth, $2.9 billion. Juan Abayo sold his family's pharmaceutical company in the early 1980s and invested the proceeds in a range of ventures. He has an interest in the for-profit education firm Laureate Education. He also has a stake in Prestige Motor Holdings, the largest stakeholder in Aston Martin. In tabloids, he frequently appears with well-known politicians and members of Spanish artistic and cultural circles. Pablo Picasso, Francisco Goya, El Greco, Edgar Degas, Salvador Dalí, and Vincent van Gogh are among the artists he owns. Number 6. Daniel Mate. Net worth, $3.6 billion. Daniel Mate is a former zinc director at commodities major Glencore. The Spaniard owns slightly more than 3% of the London-listed firm. Mate joined Mark Rich and Company in Switzerland in 1988, 6 years before the firm was purchased by management and renamed Glencore. Mate was promoted to co-director of the commodity department for zinc, copper, and lead in 2000. He will retire in July 2020. Number 5. Miguel Fluxa Rosello. Net worth, $3.6 billion. Fluxa Rosello is the CEO of Grupo Iberostar, one of Europe's major hotel chains. Iberostar generated more than $2.9 billion in revenue in 2017. It operates hotels in 30 countries and employs 27,100 people. The Iberostar Group's origins may be traced back to the 19th century, when the Fluxa family established a footwear business in Mallorca, Spain. In 1986, Miguel joined the family business, which was relatively modest at the time, and helped establish the first Iberostar hotels in Mallorca and the Canary Islands. In 2006, he sold to Carlyle Group, the group's tour operator and travel agency operations, for $950 million. Number 4. Juan Raj. Net worth, $4 billion. Juan Raj, Spain's richest grocer, is the president and primary owner of supermarket conglomerate Mercadona. Raj, his brother Fernando, and their wife Hortensia Herrero, all billionaires, purchased the chain from the Roig's father in 1981, when it had only 8 outlets. Mercadona had launched its 1,000th store by 2006 and now has over 1,600 outlets, including roughly 30 in Portugal. Mercadona's 95,000 employees are entitled to a quarter of the company's pre-tax income. Number 3. Rafael del Pino. Net worth, $4.1 billion. Rafael del Pino y Calvo Sotelo is the chairman and majority shareholder of Ferrovial, a Spanish infrastructure operator and construction corporation. His father created the corporation in 1952, and it manages huge airports and motorways all over the world, including London's Heathrow Airport. Ferrovial provides municipal services to 172 significant cities in Spain. The firm is traded on the Madrid Stock Exchange. His sister, Maria del Pino y Calvo Sotelo, is a billionaire and the second largest stakeholder of Ferrovial. Number 2. Sandro Ortega Mera. Net worth, $5.8 billion. Sandro Ortega Mera is the daughter of Amancio Ortega, the co-founder of the clothing conglomerate Inditex, which is well known for its Zara retail chain. Her fortune was left to her by her mother, Rosalia Mera, who co-founded Inditex and died abruptly in 2013. Sandra, the second richest person in Spain behind her father, owns around 4.5% of Inditex but is not involved in the company. She volunteers with Fundación Paideia, a non-profit founded by her mother that promotes vocational training for people with impairments. She has a 5% ownership in PharmaMar, a publicly traded pharmaceutical business that is investigating the efficacy of one of its cancer treatments versus COVID-19. Number 1. Amancio Ortega. Net worth, $59.6 billion. Amancio Ortega of Spain is one of the world's wealthiest clothes retailers. In 1975, he co-founded Inditex, noted for its Zara apparel business, with his ex-wife Rosalia Mera, d. 2013. He owns almost 60% of the Madrid-listed Inditex, which has 8 brands, including Massimo Dutti and Pull&Bear, and 7,500 outlets worldwide. Every year, Ortega receives more than $400 million in dividends. Inditex confirmed in November 2021 that his daughter Marta Ortega Perez will take over as chairperson in April 2022. His dividends have mostly been invested in real estate in Madrid, Barcelona, London, Chicago, Miami, and New York. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of our top 10 videos and much more. Check out this playlist of my top 10 richest list and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.